everyone, and welcome to a new episode from our podcast Land Talks, brought to you by G20 Global Land Initiative. Today, we have a very special guest. We have Rokiatu Traori with us. Welcome, Rokiatu.
Thank you very much, Sarah. It's a pleasure to be here.
It's such a pleasure and honor for us to have you with us today. Rokiatu, would you please give us a brief about yourself?
So, my name is Rokiatu Traori. I'm from Mali, and I'm the Executive Director of Herou Alliance, a company that's developed an inclusive value chain around agroforestry species to restore degraded land, empower women, address malnutrition with a profitable business.
Great, thank you. So let's talk about your journey to social entrepreneurship. So, after studying and working abroad, you chose to return to Mali and found Herou Alliance. What inspired you to take this step? And how does Herou Alliance contribute to creating inclusive value chains in agroforestry?
After spending over 11 years abroad, I felt the need to come back home, not empty-handed, but with a project that could not only generate profit for the company, but also making impact, economic, environmental, and social impacts. Three aspects made us create Herou Alliance. The first one is desertification. Each year, over 6 million tons of wood are destroyed in Mali without compensation. People are more used to cut trees rather than restore. And the other thing is women. Women represent over 52% of the population, yet they remain the most vulnerable with limited access to land and source of incomes. And then we have malnutrition. In a country where there are many superfood available, there is still malnutrition. Over 3 million people are malnourished.
Yes.
And regarding all these challenges, I've seen an opportunity in agroforestry. Well, I did my research and I found moringa. Moringa, the superfood, the super tree, the tree which leaves, seed, flowers can be processed into edible products. The tree which gives 92 nutrients, 46 antioxidants, 36 anti-inflammatories. I'm sure there are more, but this is what the research has showed. A tree that can effectively address desertification and at the same time be profitable.
That's great to know. So, moringa is the key.
Absolutely.
Okay, great. Let's talk a little bit about the challenges on the ground. I'm pretty sure you have faced so many challenges. So, while working alongside communities, you have witnessed firsthand the challenges posed by climate change. Can you share some of these challenges and how your organization addresses them to support local communities?
Well, as an Sahelian country, Mali faces a lot of challenge. And being an entrepreneur in Mali comes with numerous challenges. Like every day comes with its own challenge. We are in the Sahel where it only rains 3 months a year. And it's when we only have 3 to 5 months of activities involved in agriculture and agroforestry. And the rest of the year, it's dry season.
Yes.
With moringa, it's true that it's a very resilient tree, but we also need more irrigation. I think irrigation is also a problem that we are facing.
Yes.
Because a tree is like a person. It needs water, and it also needs someone to take care of it. As I said before, people are more used to cut trees rather than plant trees. So by bringing this new solution of planting trees to get economic incentives, economic revenue, in the beginning it was not understood by women. So we started with a pilot project with 500 women planting 5,000 trees. And when we started purchasing the leaves, the seed, other women actually found it attractive, and that's how we could mobilize up to 5,000 farmers today, and we've been able to plant 100,000 trees.
Okay, that's great. So, from my readings about you, you've become an advocate for gender mainstream in climate action, right?
Absolutely.
Why is it so important to amplify women's voices in climate decision making, and how can this lead to more effective solutions?
In Africa, we say that when you educate a man, you educate a person.
Yes.
But when you educate a woman, you educate the whole nation, the family, the community, the whole world. Because in Africa, par excellence, when we speak of a woman, it's not only one, it's the children, it's the family-in-law, it's the husband, it's the community, and it's the whole country. That's why we've put women at the heart of all our activities. We don't only do advocacy, but we also practice what we intend, which is working with women. Women are at the heart of our value chain. Women intervene from the beginning, from the seedlings to the commercialization, and even after selling. When we work with women, we
Yes.
also integrate this reforestation activities in every family. Because when a woman is involved, she will automatically involve her children. And the children will also involve their friends and the sister-in-law, the brother-in-law, and the whole community will be involved in the project.
Yes, yes. I think what you have said about when educating a man, you just educate one person, while educating a woman means educating a nation, is absolutely true. So let's talk a little bit about local and the global advocacy. Your work spans local and international climate action. How do you balance advocating for change on the ground in Mali with participating in global climate negotiations? How do you balance between the local and the global?
Well, in my case, I think it's complementary because it's my actions, my advocacy at the local level, which leads me to a global level. It's because I'm an active entrepreneur and advocate in my country that the national focal point of Mali in charge of climate designed me to be a negotiator at COP. And the first one was COP28 in Dubai. So they nominated me to get a training on how to negotiate at COP level.
Yes.
And after the training, I have been granted access and I have been nominated to be a country negotiator in agriculture and food security. And it's a big responsibility because I'm the Malian voice in negotiations on agriculture and food security. That's negotiating at an international level. And this negotiation also is reported at the local level to also advise my country on what is happening and what are the engagement that my country will take.
Okay, great. So let's talk a little bit about your vision for inclusive climate action. What's your vision for accelerating inclusive climate action in Mali and beyond? How do you hope Herou Alliance will contribute to achieving this vision?
Herou Alliance has a clear vision in accelerating climate action. By 2030, Herou Alliance aims to plant 10 million trees and engage at least 150,000 smallholder farmers, mainly women and young farmers, to achieve this goal.
10 million trees in Mali?
10 million trees in Mali and in the Sahel.
Wow.
Yes, and not only that, and these trees will be processing the produce and integrate tree-based products in the daily diet of every Sahelian, every African family.
What a vision. Thank you so much. My final question with you is about the universal truth in land restoration. Based on your experience, what is one consistent truth about restoring land that applies universally, regardless of the specific ecosystem or landscape? What is the universal truth you believe regarding land restoration?
Well, the truth that I would say is actually when you plant a tree, you actually continue God's creation. When you plant a tree and it grows, it gives shade and you don't even know who can benefit from this shade. It can be a student studying under the tree. It can be lovers being under this tree. It can also be someone resting, just resting, or maybe someone crafting a project.
Yes.
And it's like continuing God's deed. And this tree also can give food, the food that you can eat to nourish yourself, to heal your body.
Yes.
And the leaves can also be a medicine. So a tree is really God's deed made by human.
Okay, great. I loved the way you have crafted your vision about restoring land or land restoration. Rokiatu Traori, it was a great pleasure to have you with us today in our podcast, and thank you so much for being with us today. It was such an honor. And for our listeners, please stay tuned for more episodes from our podcast, Land Talks. Thank you and goodbye for now.